Hello, I'm Dr. Kia, a licensed psychologist and certified group psychotherapist. Welcome to my video series, Tell It Like It Is Tuesday, where I take a common esteem or relationship issue and tell it like it is. As a clinician who focuses on interpersonal relationships, I'm always very aware of the importance of clients' relationships with themselves. Some people really struggle with searching outside of themselves for happiness. This can include anything from being a serial dater to overly preoccupying yourself with friends, work, or activities to prevent yourself from being alone. Whenever I'm working with someone and they have a low tolerance for being alone, or better yet, they indicate that they hate spending time alone, it's usually a red flag. Consider how you feel when you're spending time with someone or even feel trapped with someone who you don't like. You're likely to experience some discomfort, anxiety, anger, or even grief when in their presence. So if these are feelings that you have when you're alone, it could be an indication that you don't like yourself very much. If this is something that you can relate to, stay tuned for 3 quick tips to maintain healthy esteem. Number 1, avoid lying to yourself. I've shared this in a previous video about the consequence of lying to yourself, but it's so important that it's worth mentioning again. When bad or hurtful things happen, it can be instinctive to pretend like it's not true. Partially because in that moment, you're attempting to prevent yourself from feeling bad. For example, if a loved one or a partner does something to disappoint you, you may want to rationalize their behavior or your feelings to prevent yourself from feeling bad. You might have a narrative that either excuses their behavior or minimizes your feelings. For instance, telling yourself that you shouldn't really feel bad. If you do this to yourself enough, you run the risk of completely distorting your perception of reality and damaging your self-esteem. Let me explain why. If you make it a habit of telling yourself that something that is happening either isn't a big deal or isn't really happening, you run the risk of losing touch with reality. This becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy where you may begin to doubt every thought and feeling that you have. This could lead to a space where you're constantly checking in with others to affirm your thoughts and feelings, thereby creating a circumstance where you rely on others' instincts more than your own. Needless to say, in its extreme, trusting others more than you trust yourself is damaging to your esteem. Number 2, listen to your inner gauge. If you've seen any of my videos, then you know that I'm a big proponent of feelings. So I'm about to go there again in this video. Here's an example. If you're in a dark alley and you hear a loud noise, you're likely to experience a rush of fear. Fear is a feeling. There's wisdom in feelings. In this example, your feelings are informing you that you may be in a dangerous situation. It does not benefit you in that moment to engage your feelings intellectually. Instead, you would benefit the most from being aware of the fear and removing yourself from the potentially dangerous situation. A similar process can occur when you have feelings about things in your everyday life. If you're in an unhealthy situation and you experience discomfort, anxiety, depression, or despair, the wisdom that's being expressed in those feelings is that this is an unhealthy situation. To continue to expose yourself to that situation with no modification to your behavior, such as asserting yourself or just removing yourself from the situation, creates a dynamic where you become angry with yourself. This can lead to poor self-esteem. Number 3, take time for self-care. Think about how it makes you feel when someone takes time and does something nice for you. Now ask yourself, do you ever do that for yourself? This doesn't have to be something that comes at a huge expense. Maybe you enjoy reading, but in prioritizing others' needs, you haven't read a book in months. Or perhaps you enjoy window shopping, taking long hikes, catching the latest movie. In considering ways that you might improve or maintain healthy esteem, it's important to make sure that you're finding ways to treat yourself well. In summary, the most important relationship that you will ever have is your relationship with yourself, because you can't get away from yourself. If you struggle with having low self-esteem or feeling bad about yourself, make sure that you're being honest with yourself. Listen and act in accordance with your feelings, and find time to do nice things for yourself. Thanks for watching. If you want to know the secrets to forming and maintaining healthy relationships and self-esteem, like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube page. If you want a quick behind the scenes look at real relationship counseling, don't forget to check back.